So today I'm going to be having a conversation with one of my brothers who recently passed away over here in East Africa, Tanzania. I moved over here to Africa 4 years ago, and I've been blessed to make some great connections and get connected to some great people to help me stay over here long term and get connected within the culture. But unfortunately, I recently lost one of the brothers who were near and dear to my heart. And I actually had a conversation with him a few years prior about my transition and about why I'm doing what I'm doing. So this video is basically honor to him and me showing him love and putting the video out that we did together, because initially I didn't post it because of selfish reasons among myself. But now that my brother has unfortunately passed away, I just want to show him some love and dedicate this video and this conversation that we had to him. So you guys who are new to this journey, or those of you who've already been a part of this journey, I want you to watch this video and just think about the conversation that my brother and I are having. And we're actually talking about why I'm over here in Africa and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. So, you guys enjoy the video. And once again, rest in peace to my brother Robert, man. This is for you, bro. Yeah, you guys enjoy the video and make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned to the end. So today we're talking about my journey to Africa, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, world? Welcome back to T3 and Me. It's your man Tim Ford Jr. here. Yeah, like I said, today we're going to be talking about my journey over here to the motherland. Today we're going to do something a little bit differently. I have one of my brothers here that's going to ask me a few questions that's coming from the perspective of my brothers and sisters that's here over here on the continent that want to know about why we're doing this, the ins and outs, and the really, what we've been through and why we're doing the things that we do. So I'm going to sit down and have a conversation with my brother about, my journey and why we're here. So make sure you just stay tuned, all right? Karibu. First, she's son.
Okay, so why Tanzania?
Why Tanzania? Honestly, I must say it was more of a spiritual thing. Because my wife, my whole life, I gave my life to God a long time ago, when I laid my life down to follow God and really be an example for him. So my journey is wherever he leads me and tell me to go. So my wife initially had a dream that really started all of this. My wife had a dream that we were in Tanzania. But she had a dream that we were somewhere in Africa in like a wooded area with trees everywhere, and she like heard a whisper from God telling her to go pave the way. So when my wife told me she had that dream, it was like, okay, that's why it's time to go to Africa now. Because my wife had a dream about us coming over here and doing what we're doing now.
So why, like, my question is like, of course you had a dream to come to Africa before. So why did you went like, let's say, Western countries, like maybe Ghana? Because I see many Americans, they migrate from America to Ghana, to Senegal.
Yeah. There was never, this is nothing against any of the Western countries or Western, the Western side of Africa, but there was never really a pull. There was never really like, okay, let me see what Western Africa has to offer. When I saw people talking about the year of return to Ghana, there wasn't anything to say, let me go and see about the year of return in Ghana. So I didn't have a pull there. So it's nothing, it didn't come across my radar. That's why, I didn't think about it.
Okay, so another question is, what many Africans do not know about America?
What many Africans don't know about America? Oh man, that's a long list, Kaka. Many Africans don't know that the luxurious things that they see on TV isn't easily obtainable. And it's not really the life that people want to live. It's not really something that should be sought after and really like a goal of people, because living in that environment it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not all it's cracked up to be. You may see the big city and the city lights, but with that comes a lot of heartache and a lot of stress and a lot of, not being able to be who you really are. Freedom in order to be in that environment. Like I like to say, you have to tuck your black in order to be able to rise in that world over there.
Okay. Yeah. Another question is, you think to leave America, it can change the real situation of Americans?
Do I think if Americans leave America,
do you think they can change their
Yeah, definitely for Black Americans. If Black Americans decide to take a chance and leave America and really see something outside of the world and take a chance on themselves, they can really have a tremendous opportunity over here in Africa. It won't be easy. It's not something that's, it's not, you come over here and just because you're Black, it all happens for you. It still takes a lot of work. It's just not as much or not as many obstacles put in your way over here on the continent. There are some obstacles. You will run into some things.
Challenges.
Yeah, there's some challenges, but it's not the same challenges that we had to deal with in the West. Yeah, like especially for the racial tension and the police, things like that. So there's things you have to deal with here, but it's not on the level or a whole system that's put in place trying to stop you from doing or growing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So another question is, what inspired you to live in America? When something inspired you, you say, okay, now I'm going to live in America and I'm going to back in our motherland in Africa.
What inspired me to leave America? You remember the George Floyd incident?
Yeah. Racism.
Yeah, racism. And when I witnessed what happened to George Floyd, that helped me to lose all hope in America.
Wow.
When I saw that, I was like, nah. And I had my son T3, he was 1 at the time. I don't think he was 1 yet. He was still a baby. So I'm thinking, like, if I can keep my son over here, this is a possibility that this might happen to him. Because I have been in situations with the police before where I've almost been in that situation for speaking up. I've always been vocal. I've always spoke up for my people and spoke up when things weren't wrong. So there were instances where I would speak up and I would get into verbal altercations with police officers. So I've even got arrested one time for arguing with a police officer.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's, sometimes you gotta speak up. But hey, no, sorry. It's a part of the journey, bro. It's a part of the journey. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't want that to happen to my son. I don't want to have him in that environment if I know that we can try something else on the other side of the world and be where our people are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good question. Another one is, what have you learned since you are alive in Tanzania? Which experience do you have in your mind since you left it in America and be in Tanzania?
What have I learned since being in Tanzania? I've really learned the importance of really controlling your emotions and really like being present in the moment, taking advantage of the moment, because we don't always get, we don't get second chances to do things on a high level. So I've learned to be present in the moment. Like in America, you always worried about the next thing. You always worried about the next thing you have to get, the next piece of money you have to get. But here I've learned, like, no, let me put my phone down. Let me be with my wife for a moment. Let me be with my children for a moment. Money isn't all that. It's gonna come. If I'm fully with my family, if I'm fully doing what I need to do at home, the money will flow. Everything else will flow. So I need to create and be present in my moments when I have my moments. Basically, I've learned to be present in the moment and stop looking so far at the future and looking too much in the past, because that messes us up from moving. So I just be more present in the moment.
So what about this cultural thing? Like people in the society, in Tanzania, they say, we match each other. Like if there is a certain problem within the societies, we help and support each other. So we live like a family. Okay. Yeah. So me, I think, I never been in America, but I think it's not the same thing like in America.
Yeah. I can admit, like, I'm not gonna say, talk too bad about my people, because there's a remnant of hope. Some people help each other, there's some, but there's a lot of distrust and a lot of like, no, I'm not helping that person. I don't know what they want to do. I don't trust them like that. I'm not really invested in what they have going on. So there's a lot of people that don't really like to help their own people over there, because the system is set up in a way to where we can't work together. Because back in, I would say in the 50s, I think it was the 50s or the 60s, a lot of our people, they used to really like, they would get arrested for working together or being like, if the police officer saw a group of men on the side of the road talking, they would come and arrest them and harass them.
Without a reason?
The reason is they're standing together talking. That's the reason. So with years of that, and then we were made to compete with one another on everything. Like my hair is longer, you're dark skinned, I'm light skinned, I'm tall, you're short, I have this job, you have that job, my mom is this, your mom is that. All of those different things make us not work together. So we are dealing with all of those type of things. So that's
Class.
exactly classism. Yeah. So it's classism within the black community, but everybody is still in the bad position. Like nobody is good, but people think like it's I'm the best person doing the worst, whatever that means. They're better than somebody, but people don't like to work together, unfortunately. We've been trained to be like that.
Okay, another question is, many black Africans pretend to be white when they are not really. What do you think is causing this?
I think you know, the media, the television, and the things that we've been watching for the past, you know, since the television came out, has made people think a certain way and see a certain image of a place that they think is the goal or should be where they want to go. So I think because they've been watching so much TV and they've been influenced by another outside source, that's why they think like that. But if they wasn't watching the television or having the connection to that outside source, or, you know, watching different things on television, because I'm sure there are things over here in Africa that's not promoting that. So I think if they weren't just watching that type of television and admiring that, then they wouldn't have that mindset.
Do you believe that Western countries are better than here?
Oh, better. No, Hapana. No, I don't think, I think the Western countries are just big bullies. They've been bullying us for a long time. And they've had a head start, and they've been able to put themselves in a better position because they've been able to have an advantage with technology and things like that. But I don't think they're better in no way, shape, form, or fashion. They just have the advantage of what they did in the history, and, you know, we're just where we are right now. But no, I don't think they're better. It's just the times right now. I think we are much better. We just lack organizational skills and you know, being on the same page with things. Some people are afraid to do what needs to be done in order to get to where we need to go. So I don't think they're better. I just think time is revealing everything.
Okay, so for the time you spend in the country, how is your living situation compared to what you grew up in America?
Man, it's completely different. There were times in my childhood, man, where I would hear gunshots at night. Yeah, like I would hear gunshots and see things like in high school. There was a man who lived in our neighborhood who dressed like a woman. Like he was walking around our neighborhood, grown, big man, dressing like a woman. So that's things that I grew up having to see and grow up around. So, you know, no gunshots, no things like that, and no arguments amongst my people. Because I used to see a lot of fights amongst our people. Like we would argue about, man, crazy things. Like, man, if, you know, here in traffic, if you blow the horn at somebody, you're like, oh, it's traffic. I understand. In America, if you blow the horn at someone, they may shoot a gun at you for blowing the horn at them. Yeah, it's that crazy, Kaka. So in some instances, people will literally get out of their cars and fight with each other because someone blew a horn at them in the car. So, you know, life is a lot different over here, Kaka. Yeah, I don't have to deal with those type of things anymore. Yeah.
How do you talk about Tanzania in general? How do you talk?
I speak well about Tanzania. I think you know, Tanzania has its challenges. Tanzania has some people within its culture that don't understand things and don't really understand the world, like any culture. But I speak well of Tanzania. I think there's so much potential here, and I think there's a lot of brilliant people here. They just unfortunately are behind with technology. I think Tanzania is behind in a lot of things. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what happened, but somewhere, someone or something did not allow you all to get all of the resources that could help you guys reach your best potential. So I just think that, what I think and what I speak is, once you guys get all the tools and have access and understand how to use technology in the world that we're in now, oh man, this place is gonna be.
Yeah, because what I know, Tanzania, we have a lot of potential.
Man,
we have a fertile land, rivers, lakes.
And not
we have main mines.
Yeah.
We have wild animals and a lot of resources.
Exactly, and even within the people, like not just within the land, you got to also think about the people and what they create, because what people create is something that everybody else needs. So the creative people over here too, like the artists who paint in Zanzibar, the artists who paint in Bagamoyo, his piece of art is something that somebody on the other side of the world would love, because it's coming right from Africa. But if he had access to be able to show that piece of art to the world and they see his art, he would be able to feed himself. But he's having to depend on tourists that come, kidogo, little by little. But if he had the access to the internet and knew how he could do something with Instagram or YouTube, he would be able to provide something for himself. Since we're here, got to show y'all some of the products real quick.
I'm not your body ready. I'm not your body.
Yeah, natural product.
Not your body.
Yeah.
Not your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come closer. Come. Busy Beachy.
Okay, so what do you have to say to your fellow African Americans who are still in the United States?
That's a good question, Rafiki. What I have to say to them is we've been lied to about Africa. We've been lied to about many things in the world. We've been lied to about who we are in this world and what we are capable of in this world. So I would just say you have to take a chance and not believe what they told us, what they taught us. And when I say they, we know who I mean when I say they. They want us to have a certain image about the world. They want us to be in their mindset, so we don't take a chance on ourselves and take a chance and connect with our people and connect the dots. So I would say, many people may think I'm crazy for what I did in coming to Africa and leaving America, but look into it for your own self, look into it for your own heart, and figure out where you are in the situation that you're in, and think about that there could definitely be something different. There's definitely other things in the world where we don't have to deal with. We don't have to deal with systematic racism. We don't have to deal with having to continue to tuck our black in a society that doesn't really want us. So I would say to any African American, just look into Africa so you can really heal. Look into reconnecting back to the motherland so that you can really overcome a lot of stuff that we had to endure. And don't believe what they told us about Africa, man. It's nothing like they told us. It's nothing like they told us. Yeah.
It's really different.
Yeah, very different, Kaka. Very different.
So, do you think African American, do they know that they are really originally from Africa? Do they know, many of them?
Yeah, no, they don't. Many of them don't believe that we originate from here because the image that we've been taught in school. Like many of our people don't even want to associate with Africa because of what we've been taught from a little age. We think that we're just over here being chased by lions and not being able to have a community, not being a thriving city. We don't even see Dar es Salaam in America. I never saw a picture or anything about Dar es Salaam, Tanzania my entire life. Never. So I never knew that a city was here in Africa. If I wouldn't have did the research on my own and tried to figure it out for myself,
it's where you find it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I find it. So many people don't do the work to try and figure out who we really are and where we originate from. So, many of our people don't know.
But I think it's colonial mind.
Yeah, that's
because even in history, we have something we call it divide and rule. So they want to divide people so that you cannot all be together.
Yep.
So to rule you very easily.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what's going on. They got us thinking one way, thinking ways about each other, so we won't come together.
Yeah. If you come together, then you
Problem.
can do something else.
Yeah,
That's why they teach you in school that you are here in America,
Mm.
you are not originally from Africa.
Exactly.
So do you miss anything, maybe
Hmm.
America today?
Yeah, that's a good
Maybe
question.
you stay somewhere, maybe you are sitting or you are home with your family. Do you miss anything? You say, maybe this
Yeah.
time I would be in America and maybe doing such
Yeah.
things.
Honestly, no. I miss the interactions with my family members. I miss being able to hug my niece. I had one nephew since I've been here. I've got one nephew that I haven't seen. So I miss my brothers a lot. I miss my parents. I miss my family. But that's it. I miss my friends that I grew up with and we was building things with. I miss them. I miss the people. But as far as anything in the society,
Certain.
nah, I don't miss anything, man. When I left America, I was finished. I don't miss anything. I just miss my people, man. That's it. I just wish my people can come over here and see and live and experience this. Because my people, they wouldn't believe what's going on over here. But I'm trying to tell them. But hey, one day, hopefully, they see it.
So do you have any plan maybe to go back in America? Maybe
No.
in the future?
No.
Maybe just go maybe for visiting.
No. I don't see myself going back over there and putting myself in that situation. Nah, because I'm doing something that's waking up the minds of my people. So I've been, I'm a targeted man. This is something that's serious work. So I'm not going to put myself in that environment again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asante.
Karibu sana. Thank you for the questions, Rafiki.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, tupo
Karibu.
pamoja. So yeah, y'all, that's just the first time we're gonna do something like that. My brothers presented this idea to me and I thought like, hey, this is a good idea. We could have these type of conversations so you guys could really understand where we're coming from and why we're doing what we're doing. So I hope you guys found value in that and I hope you guys learned a little bit about me and learned about why we're here and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So hey, if you liked it and you made it to the end of this video, you have a long attention span. Congratulations to you, man. Congratulations. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. So, hey, that means you like what we're doing. You appreciate what we're doing. So, we appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the like button for us, too. So, by you hitting the like button, you actually help us to reach more people. I know some people say, man, I want to support. How can I support? Well, if you don't have any money, if you don't want to pray, if you don't want to do anything else, you can just hit the like button. That's free, and it help us to get in more people's faces. So, yeah, all right. If y'all want to reach us and talk to us about anything, reach out to us at our website, t3me.org. And if you're interested in getting a consultation to figure out how to move to the continent for your specific reason, your specific needs, we offer consultations for that as well. We would get on the phone with you and we would talk to you, have all your questions answered about what you need to get done so that you can make a smooth transition for you and your family. And if you're interested in getting your insides healed and your mind healed, my wife offers herbal consultations to help you with anything that you're dealing with. She will help come up with a natural remedy to help fix whatever you're dealing with. So, hey, if you're interested in getting yourself healed, reach out to us. Everything for the links will be in the description box. So, hey, y'all be safe out there and y'all be at shalom peace, all right? Bye-bye.